Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Worst Possible Commander Show, sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. Make sure to use the promo code WORST at checkout to show some support for the show. Let them know that we sent you here. I am joined by my friends, Ben.
Hi.
And Shea.
Hi. Hello.
And CGB.
Hello.
Whose name I almost forgot.
Once upon a time, he wanted badly to be my friend. Now he can barely call me his friend with a straight face.
I can't even look him in the eye. It's crazy.
It's this weird journey we're on.
Yeah. In any case, one of the things we like to do on the show here is talk about who we're playing, and the worst possible thing we can do is. So I'm playing Kiora, Sovereign of the Deep. Now, as I recall, Ben, you recently played Kiora on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you what's up. Because we're both playing Simic, so I figured I would make my own hat this time.
And
so
that says Simic Scientist, if it ain't broke, add more legs.
Okay, nice.
This is to prove my Simic dominance, because I also believe you're playing Simic as well.
Yeah.
So this is just to show you what's going on. So
and this also, just really quick, is the KAIJU fight, which was voted on by the fans.
Yes, it is the KAIJU fight. So my KAIJUs are Krakens, Leviathans, Octopi, and Serpents. So I'm playing cards like Whelming Wave and Slyn Voda to bounce all of your guys' those type of creatures to your hand. And I've got things like Spawning Kraken and Overwhelming Stampede to finish out the game with some big dudes. That's about it for me. Ben, what is the worst possible thing you're going to do to us?
Well, fortunately, your Whelming Wave won't work on my Serpents.
I know.
Because I'm playing just Serpents. But they're usually just babies of one Serpent, is what I'm playing. It is Koma Cosmos Serpent. You know it. You're probably rolling your eyes right now. But it's fine. My worst possible is with Stormtide Leviathan. He says,
is that a Serpent? You said you're playing all Serpents.
Oh boy, is this what it's going to be like? No, that is a Leviathan,
okay,
but it's only its abilities that matter to
I
me.
can't read. I read Serpent to me. Okay. Yeah.
Creatures without flying or island lock can't attack. But that's strange, because Serpents usually don't fly and usually don't have island walk. But with Archetype of Imagination...
Is that a snake?
No. All my creatures are flying, so all of you can't attack and I can. That's my worst possible. Hopefully I'm not going to be too much of a meanie and tap your lands. I probably won't.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, true.
Shea, who are you playing, and what's the worst possible thing you're going to do to us?
Yeah, so today I am playing Be'lakor, the Dark Master, which means demons are my kaiju of choice. And Be'lakor is flying. He's a 6/5 demon noble, of course. He is Prince of Chaos. When Be'lakor, the Dark Master, enters the battlefield, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of demons you control. And he has Lord of Torment. Whenever another demon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So
Shea, should we start referring to you as the Lord of Torment? Like,
I would love that.
Yeah, I know.
I would love that. Yeah, and so this deck is all about playing awesome demons with cool ETBs, and for my worst possible, I've got Panharmonicon to double those ETBs, and Displacer Kitten
that
to
a demon?
flicker things.
I've seen a demon cat before,
I have seen a
and it looks a lot like a Displacer kit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's true.
It sure does.
That's great. All right, CGB, what are you playing?
So, for my kaiju, I am going colorless. Did you know that colorless is the only non-color color to have a 100% win rate on the show?
That is true.
Whoa, weird.
So, I am playing Eldrazi. My commander is Kozilek, the Great Distortion, because it says draw cards on it, and for my worst possible, I have more Eldrazi in my deck. Wow enough. Probably the worst possible thing I will do is make you guys resolve the Annihilator triggers of my Eldrazi and sacrifice your permanents. Quick shout out to the fans in the Discord. There's a link in the description if you would like to join. That is where we had a poll a few months ago, and the top 2 themes that got the most votes are ones that we played with. The first was All Omnath, which was an awesome episode. The second one was this, the KAIJU fight, as we each choose a kind of creature theme that is very large and smash them into each other.
Oh, it's going to be great. One thing fans of the show, longtime fans of the show might know is, Ben, you and I kind of end up bringing very similar decks on the show a lot.
Yeah.
We're just like in sync. We just like the similar stuff, and you know what? I'm excited for this game.
Yeah,
right there. Just stare. All right, we're going to shuffle up. Let the nonsense begin. Okay, we rolled to see who goes first, and Shea, aka the Lord of Torment, won the die roll.
Perfect. I will draw. I'm gonna play an island and pass to Ben.
No, you're
What?
not.
What? That would have been great.
You're not. That's a new strategy on this show. Never before have they tried to time walk me by saying it that confidently.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to question it.
I will draw for turn. I will look at Shea accusingly. And I will play this waste and I will pass.
I will draw for turn. I will play a forest. I'm actually going to pass to Shea's turn.
Hey,
Go ahead, Ben.
I'll draw for turn. Play a forest. I'll tap that forest for an exploration, and then I'll play a Hinterland Harbor untap because I control forest. Your
Also-
turn, Shea. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will draw. I'll play a swamp. Tap 2 for an arcane signet, a spooky one with a tomb coffin. Then I guess I'll pass to CGB.
Thank you. I will draw for turn. Shrine of the Forsaken Gods, and let's play Ever-Flowing Chalice with 1 counter on it. I'll tap it for a colorless, and I'll play an expedition map.
There you go.
Go ahead, Blake.
All right, I will draw for turn. I am going to play an island and rampant growth for a forest. And I'm going to pass it to Ben.
Play a command beacon for my first land drop. Then I'll play a misty rainforest for my second land drop. I'll pass.
Very suspicious. Untap. Draw. I'll play Reliquary Tower. Tap 2 for an Is It Signet. Then I will pass the turn.
Oh, my rampingness. There is so much ramping going on here. Okay, well, I'm going to cast this Soul Ring then.
Ah.
I'm going to play a Crystal Grotto, which lets me scry when it enters the battlefield. I will keep that land. I will keep that card on top. This is fine. This is fine. Let's tap 5, and I will cast Wandering Archaic. This says whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, they may pay 2, but if they don't, I may copy that spell and choose new targets for the copy. Go ahead, continue ramping.
All right.
With instants and sorceries, please.
How about no?
Yes.
I will untap and draw. I'm going to spend 3 for Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner,
Oh.
which is not an instant nor a sorcery. And then I will play a Simic Growth Chamber, returning a forest to my hand.
Chamber.
Come on, man. And then I'll pass.
I'll just draw for turn because I don't need to untap. I'm going to play an Otawara Soaring City for my land drop. I will cast a Reclamation Sage. I will hit the Soul Ring with that.
I knew the Soul Ring was too good to be true.
For my second land drop, I will play Belaged Sanctuary. Then it is your turn, Shea.
On your end step, Ben,
Ooh.
I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to do something very blue and play Brainstorm.
Okay.
I'm also going to pay the 2.
Oh, you don't have to. We could. I would love a brainstorm. I've lost my Soul Ring. A brainstorm would feel really nice.
I know you would, but I'm going to pay the 2. Okay, so I'll draw 3 and then put 2 cards from my hand on the top of my library. All right, putting 2 cards back on the top of my library. Now untap, play Command Tower. All right, I am going to pay 4 for a Molten Echoes. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. I'm gonna choose demons.
I never would have guessed that.
Whenever a non-token creature of the chosen type enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. That token gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. And that's gonna be it.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'll play Urza's Tower. And I'll tap 3 and I'll cast Oblivion Stone, which can put fate counters on permanents, but for 5 and a tap, I destroy each non-land permanent without a fate counter on it. And Wandering Archaic is upset about the Soul Ring being gone, so Ben, attack you for 4.
In response, I'll sacrifice my Misty Rainforest, paying 1 life to get a tropical island. Okay, there's my tropical island. I'll tap it for a blue, and I'm gonna Pongify your Wandering Archaic.
This is... You really didn't want to take that 4 damage?
No, I didn't.
Okay, then.
You get a Pongify.
I get a Pongify.
You do,
The
yeah.
only target's the Reclamation Sage, which is an upgrade. So screw that. No, I'm not copying it. And this will die, and I'll get a Frog Lizard.
No, you'll get an ape.
I'll get an ape. All right, now the proud owner of this green ape. You will all know my wrath soon. Blake, go ahead.
Okay, monkey boy. All right, I'm gonna spend 4 mana for Rixmathes, Slumbering Isle. So this enters the battlefield with 5 nap counters on it.
I have good news. We just played it on the show, so you don't have to read the whole thing.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 3 mana. I'm gonna use Kiora to untap it, go up to 5 mana, and I'm going to play Kiora.
Nice.
This will trigger Kiora, other Kiora, and I'm gonna draw a card.
Also will trigger Rixmathes to remove a slumber cat.
Also true. All right, it's going to be Ben's turn.
Right. I'll untap. Draw for turn. Well, I didn't draw a land, unfortunately.
Yay!
But I did draw a card that Blake loves.
Oh no, it's
But I
Mystic
think you
Study.
love it. It's Ristic Study. I do only have 1 card, so I need to draw some.
Oh, good. This is great. I love this for us.
And I'm a little scared of some demons. So I'm going to swing at Shea for 2.
Get her, dude.
I'll take 2.
Then it will be your turn.
Okay. All right, I'll play a swamp. I am paying 6 to cast Bellicor, the Dark Master. So we have some triggers that go on the stack. One is from Bellicor, another from the Molten Echoes.
Are you going to pay 1 for that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Good choice.
Okay, so yes, I'm gonna choose to resolve the Molten Echoes triggers first, meaning that I will create a token copy of Bellicor.
Boom.
Nice, thanks. But because of the legend rule, I have to choose immediately which one of these I want to keep, and it's gonna be the real deal, Bellicor. Yes, however, Bellicor, the Prince of Chaos ability, will see that other copy as it enters, so I'll get 2 instances of drawing, and I will lose 2 life. And then I get 1 instance of the Lord of Torment, so I get to deal 6 damage to any target.
Yeah, where are you throwing that damage, Shay?
That damage is gonna go to Blake's Planeswalker, Kiora.
I still got 1 Kiora. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, and now I'm going to draw my 2 cards and lose 2 life. Alrighty. I think that's all the damage I'm gonna do for 1 turn. So
All right.
pass to you, CGB.
Thank you. I'm going to crack this expedition map on your end step and go looking for a land card and put it into my hand. All right, I have found Temple of the False God, and that will go into my hand. Then we will untap. I will play Temple of the False God. I will tap for 7 mana, and I'll cast a Chromatic Ori, which lets me spend mana as though it were any color. Doesn't matter. Colorless deck, don't care. But I can tap it for 5. And after that, I will not pay the 1 for Ben's Ristic Study. So you get to draw.
Woohoo.
And after that, I'm going to be done. Monkey's going to stay home.
All right, I'm gonna untap. Draw for turn. And play Rejuvenating Springs. I'm gonna tap 7 mana. I'm gonna go where no one has gone before. I'm gonna cast a Kraken with Kiora on the battlefield.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna cast Kraken of the Straits.
What'd it do?
It's a 6/6. Creatures with power less than the number of islands you control can't block Kraken of the Straits. The text matters little. It's a thick creature that's gonna let me trigger Kiora.
It also triggers Ristic Study.
I'm so sick of you. But I'll let you draw a card.
Aw, thanks.
Simic Buddies.
Wow, and he had the 1 to pay. What? Who is this man?
I know,
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
weird.
He's turning into me.
It's really weird.
Watch yourself. All right, so I get to look at the top 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Druid of Purification.
Uh-huh.
So when it enters the battlefield, starting with me, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment that I do not control and destroy each permanent chosen this way. I'm going to choose the Molten Echoes. Ben, I really need you to choose Chromatic Ori here, buddy.
What if I don't?
Well, then he's going to cast an Eldrazi.
Well, you
I
cast.
like Eldrazi.
Hold on. We're moving too fast because you cast this, right? It's a cast.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you pay the 1?
That's, oh.
Yes, do you pay that?
And especially while you're asking him for a favor.
Yeah.
You know what? I just let you draw a card, though.
Okay.
And you know how much he hates letting anyone draw cards. This is
do,
actually
yes.
a rock and a hard place. You're
Yeah,
asking
come
him for a
on.
favor,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you might
Blake.
not pay the 1?
Yeah, Blake.
You know what, Ben? If I don't pay the 1, will you do as I've requested?
What if you don't pay the 1 and I don't do a 0?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you can draw a card.
Okay, thank you.
What just happened?
I don't know.
So, this is now on the stack. Does anybody have any responses to Druid? Looks like no, so I will now choose Molten Echoes.
I will choose Chromatic Ori.
Shay, what would you like to choose? Artifact or enchantment that's not mine.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Rhystic Study.
I'm going to choose the Arcane Signet on
Nice.
Shea's board.
My spooky arcane signet.
That makes sense. All right.
So in response to the target, like in response to the trigger,
Yeah.
I'm going to tap the Chromatic Ori for 5 colorless. That's my big move, guys.
All right.
All right,
And
destroy
everything
stuff.
gets destroyed.
Droid.
Oof.
I am going to use Oblivion Stone to put a fate counter on my Everflowing Chalice. So if I do blow up the Oblivion Stone, it won't blow up the chalice.
All right, I'm going to move to combat. And now that I'm in combat, because you've spent your mana, I am going to attack Kiora at CGB. 4/5 vigilance.
All right, 8 will block.
Okay. Pass turn.
All right, I'll untap, draw for turn, tap 5 for an Urban Evolution.
There you go.
I'll play an island for turn.
Okay.
Okay. You
And
get
I'll
another
also
land
play
drop.
a forest for turn.
Yes.
Okay, you get another land drop.
Got another land drop then?
I don't. I will cast with my last 3 mana an Eternal Witness.
Okay, what's that getting?
I'm gonna get the Rhystic Study. Didn't I get that back last?
Ben, you've grown so much as a player. I appreciate and respect this so much. This is exactly how you're supposed to play the game.
Yeah.
You play the Rhystic Study, and if something happens, you get it back. That is, this man understands
Oh, yeah.
Commander.
That's a creature. It stays on the battlefield. Right. Go ahead, Shay. I won't attack.
Okay. All right, we'll play a Path of Ancestry, which enters tapped. Boo. I want so badly to attack, but I will not. I'm gonna pass suspiciously with all this mana up to CGB.
It does make me nervous. What's most sus, though, is the one who did not pay for the Rhystic Study twice, leaving 1 blue mana open. That's what's the most sus on this board right now, guys.
Yep.
All right, I will untap. I will draw for turn. I will play Dranith Ruins, and I'm done. Flooded.
Guys, are we all flooded?
Maybe.
I'm not.
Let's see. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to play Island. Ben, I'm going to cast a spell you love.
Okay.
Not like me,
Right,
Rhystic
yeah.
Study love, but a spell you actually enjoy.
No, when you said it, I knew you were serious.
Yeah, because I'm not a bully. All right. I'm going to spend 5 mana plus 1 for the Rhystic Study.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Traverse the Outlands.
Nice.
So I'm going to go get 6 basics and put them on the battlefield. So I got 4 islands and 2 forests. Enter tapped. That also triggers a Rixmathes, which is a sweet name. Move to combat. Shay, I will attack you with an unblockable 6/6. And CGB, I will attack you with a 4/4.
It's a 4/5.
4/5. The reason why the Kraken of the Straits is unblockable is because I have 7 islands, and Shay's creature is a 6-power creature.
Okay, it's unblockable. I have no blocks.
All right, no blocks for me either. No effects.
Okay, I'll let the damage go through.
So I'll take 4.
And I'll take 6, go down to 30.
4 of my damage is Commander.
And I will pass the turn to Ben.
All right, I'll untap. He's coming out. Koma on the stack.
So, no response here from the colorless deck.
I'm good.
You said you were going to counter the Koma.
Yeah, I realize you have Oblivion Stone out, so there's better ways for it to be dealt with than me. And because there's an
Sandbagging,
Oblivion
huh?
Stone, makes it really hard for me to actually want to deal with it.
Sandbagging, huh?
Well, you can blame the Oblivion Stone.
Well, for my last mana, I'm going to play Birds of Paradise. And I'll play a land for turn, Vine Glimmer Snarl.
Tapped or reveal?
Tapped. Your turn, Shea.
Ben, are we friends?
You know, I love Eldrazi. I like colorless decks. I just won with one. So yeah.
Don't know if you knew.
Yeah, we're friends.
Here you go, Ben. I'm gonna put 2+1/+1 counters on target non-human creature that entered the battlefield this turn. I'm gonna give them to Koma.
What?
Since Blake is gonna not do anything about it.
Awesome.
I don't think Koma's gonna hurt me for a while.
Okay. He's an 8/8 now.
Proceed.
I'm done. Go ahead, Shea.
Untap. Draw.
All right, at Shea's upkeep, I'll make a Koma coil.
Gonna play a swamp as my land for turn. Are we ready for some torment?
I'm ready for some torment.
Sure.
All right, I'm paying 7 for a Shadowgrange Archfiend.
Ooh.
So when he enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. You gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures sacrificed this way.
Wow.
You don't sack, just us.
Opponents, yes.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I tapped the Path of Ancestry to cast the Shadowgrange, so I'm going to scry 1. That will go to the bottom.
Thanks, Shea.
Okay, my target for 8 damage. So we know the big creatures are gonna go away once the Archfiend trigger resolves.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do 8 damage to Blake's face.
I love it.
You hit me for 6.
You hit me? Okay.
Okay.
You can't throw the first time and be like, well, you retaliated.
Like you are?
True.
Okay, so that's resolved. Now we have the Shadowgrange Archfiend trigger, so everybody sacrifices creature with the highest power.
All right.
Oh, Koma. Koma, why?
Sorry, Cody.
Why'd you have so much power?
We'll go to the command zone.
So all I did was give Shea 2 extra life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all you did.
Classic.
Perfect, and yep, I'm gonna gain 8 life. So I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna attack Ben with Bellicor in the air.
Can do enough to me already.
So that's 6. Flying.
Commander. Demon.
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 Torment.
Also flying.
I'll just take it this time.
Okay, well, the torment is done for now. Over to you, CGB.
Who wants to be my friend?
I do.
That's
Except that didn't work last time.
I mean, it didn't work the way we expected.
Right, sure, yeah. It was
okay.
neither of our faults.
Yeah, exactly. Let's put a fate counter on Ben's Eternal Witness. You now have a fate counter. So if I blow the Oblivion Stone, you will keep your Eternal Witness.
Wow, what a friend.
Yeah, that's a weird
That
one.
two
but okay.
one, let's go.
Yeah,
Look, friendship comes in a lot of ways. What would you prefer?
I'd prefer, my Kiora to have it.
Oh, weird.
pay for
As
ward.
ward, can't not doing it. So your own fault. All right, my turn. Untap. Draw. Mycosynth Gardens. Shrine of the Forsaken Gods now taps for 2 because I have 7 or more lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Booyah! Kozilek, the Great Distortion, on the stack. Cast trigger is draw 5 cards. Any responses?
None that I can say on camera.
okay.
Kozilek resolves. Your turn, Blake.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Sacking this. I'm going to cast Elder Deep Fiend for surge cost.
Nice.
So what this is going to do is it's first going to activate Kiora. And it is going to do it. Is it going to be for 7 or 8?
Does it say you may cast it for the cost?
You may cast this spell by paying the emerge cost, reduced by that creature's
And what
converted.
does Kiora say?
Look at the top X cards where X is that spell's mana value.
So its
So
mana
it's going to
value
be
is 8.
Okay, that's
Yep.
what I thought. I am going to hit a Spawning Kraken.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent you control deals combat damage to a player, make a 9/9 creature.
Yeah.
I now have an ability from Elder Deep Fiend where I tap up to 4 permanents. So now Arithmeps is a creature. And I will tap Kozilek. I will tap your demon. And you know what? Your fate counter thing. And your Koma Coil.
Okay.
All right, it's tapped.
It's tapped.
All right. I will move to my turn. I'm going to play a forest, and I am going to channel beside you to destroy your Oblivion Stone.
Yep, that resolves. So I have to get a land with a basic type.
Yes.
Okay.
I will then also cast a Sakura Tribe Elder, which actually, it's not a serpent, it's a snake.
It's a snake.
Correct.
What's
That's
the difference?
different.
That is different.
So-
Serpents are in water, snakes are on
Totally
land.
different.
This is like the owl in the bird thing.
Not quite.
All right, I'm going to move to combat. 12-12 at CGB. A 5-6 and a 6-6 at Shea. And a 4-5 at Ben.
Any blocks, Ben?
I will block with my Reclamation Sage.
Any blocks, Shay?
No
Or
blocks. No blocks or effects.
No blocks or effects here either. I will take 12.
I will take 11.
And I'm going to make 3 9/9s.
And my Rec Sage will die. Is it a Kraken Warrior? No.
It's whatever it wants to be, man.
It's whatever it wants to be.
And I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap.
Oh, it's coming.
All 9. Koma's back.
Back
I hope.
again.
I think.
Well, it can't be countered, but let's see.
Yeah.
You're good,
Okay.
buddy.
Weird.
He's back. I'll just pass the turn.
Okay. Untap.
Upkeep. I get to make another Koma coil. That one has something.
Put it with your other coil,
Put it-
dude.
okay.
Oh, it's so far away.
Okay. I'm going to start by playing a Watery Grave, and I'm going to shotgun it. I'm going to pay 2 life. Then I'm going to pay 6 for a Deadeye Navigator.
Okay. That's a scary card.
Okay, so it has Soul Bond, which means I can pair it with a creature when it enters the battlefield. When either enter the battlefield, they can pair. As long as Deadeye Navigator is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has pay 2, exile this creature, then return it to the battlefield under your control.
Unfortunately, no response.
Okay, so when it enters, I am going to Soul Bond it to the Shadow Grange.
Makes sense.
Cool. Okay, so it's bonded with the Shadow Grange. All right, I'm going to move to combat. I am going to send Bellicor to Blake, and I'm going to send the Shadow Grange to Ben.
Yep, no blocks for me.
Block with my Birds of Paradise.
Okay. So, Blake, you will take 6 Commander.
Yep.
My birds will not be in paradise anymore.
Okay, so in my second main, I'm going to pay 2 to use the ability here to exile this creature. I'm going to do that on the Shadow Grange. So I'm going to exile it, and then it will return to the battlefield under my control.
All right, so enters the battlefield. There are like 2 triggers.
Correct. All right, so first trigger I'm going to resolve here is the Deadeye Navigator one. I'm going to Soul Bond this with Bellicor.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so next I've got my Bellicor trigger because another demon entered the battlefield, so I get to deliver 8 damage somewhere. So I'm going to target the Spawning Kraken with the Bellicor trigger. 8 damage.
That's a good target. That's a good target.
You did your work, buddy.
I've never seen that thing hit that hard.
Yeah, that was scary.
that's-
All right.
Now I've got a Shadow Grange trigger to resolve, so when he enters, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control.
Shay, can you chill?
Yeah, I'm really not liking that card.
No, it's this. Yeah, 2 12/12s die.
Oh,
And this.
Koma.
And a
That's the
Koma.
grossest.
The demons are winning the Kaiju fight.
They are.
Lord of Torment.
Oh my gosh. You gained 12, I believe?
That's correct. Okay. Torment complete. Pass to you, CGB.
No likey. All right, untap. Draw. If only I had an Oblivion Stone. All right, tap in 2. We'll play a Liquid Metal Torque. Tap in 3. We're going to play a Mirage Mirror. 3 more. We're going to play Nettle Cyst. So I get a Germ token, and it gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment I control. All right. Urza's mine. We'll play Swiftfoot Boots, and we will equip Swiftfoot Boots to the Nettle Cyst, which is now up to a 5 power creature, and I'll pass the turn. That's what I got.
End of your turn, I'll sack Steve, do some deck thinning. All right, I got Basic Island. I will untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to pay 5 for Emoti Celebrant of Bounty.
Ooh.
Which immediately was like, that's not a Kraken, but it does Cascade.
It does cascade.
So we're going to Cascade. Talarian Terror,
Nope.
Great Henge, Odawara, Forest, Return of the Wild Speaker,
Nope.
Migration Path.
Yeah, you did
I
it,
was
dude.
just thinking what I needed was more lands. So good call on that one. So I'm going to cast it. All right, I got 2 forests with my Migration Path. I'm going to move to combat. Shea, enjoy 3 9/9s.
Pressure. I like it.
And Ben,
What?
enjoy a 5/6.
Aggression from Kiora and company.
I'll double block with my Koma coils.
Yep, I'll kill that one.
No, darn, Jeff died.
As for Blake, who has released the Krakens, what are you going to do about those, Shay?
I am going to block 1 Kraken with my Archfiend. And I have something before damage.
Yep.
Pay 1 for a Malachor Rebirth,
No!
targeting the Archfiend, and I'll lose 2 life. Until end of turn, that creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
No!
Okay, so you will take 18. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then so Malachor Rebirth will resolve, so that will enter the battlefield tapped now, I believe.
Yes.
And you will get another 2 triggers.
Sure
Yep.
do. All right, I'm going to choose Blake's face for the Bellicor trigger. And then we've got an Archfiend trigger, so all opponents sacrifice their toughest creature, or most powerful creature.
Could we stop with all that? I can't
Yeah,
seem to
I
have a
know,
creature.
right? Bye, Koma coil.
By Germ. And that is a gain of 9, I believe, for Shay.
Yes, if 9 was the most.
Oh my god, that card.
Yeah, that card is crazy.
It's doing the thing.
It
All
sure
right.
is.
That's it for me.
I draw for turn. Tap 3 for a tribute to the World Tree.
Very cool new card.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Tapping 4 for a spark double, targeting the Eternal Witness.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Now, because Spark Double is a copy of Eternal Witness and it comes in with a +1/+1 counter, it's a 3/2, and that will trigger a tribute to the World Tree for me to draw a card.
Nice.
So I'll draw a card.
And what are you getting back with the Eternal Witness?
And I am targeting the Pongify.
Wonder where that's going.
I'm going to Pongify
Oh my god, I will
the
cry.
Archfiend.
Yeah, that happens.
Final boss defeated on that one.
Monkey.
And I'll pass to you, Shay.
Okay.
Shay still has a jillion mana and can have a lot of cards. I'm still scared.
Okay, untap. Draw. All right, I'll start by playing Blood Crypt. It's gonna enter tapped. Then I'll pay 2 for Talisman of Indulgence. Move into combat.
Oh boy.
Well, Ben, you did just Pongify
Yeah,
a
fair.
thing. I'm going to move to combat, and I am gonna send Bellicor to you in the air.
All right, I'll take 6 and 6.
Hold on.
Whoa.
I need to do a little deck thinning.
What?
I'm gonna cast a Jaheira's Respite.
Oh!
Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, and I go get 1 basic land to put on the battlefield. I need to not draw
right.
something bad this turn.
Well, thanks, Blake.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that was nice of him.
What a bro.
Cool. Well, that's all I got.
Okay, well that happened. Post-combat main, I am going to pay for the ability from the Deadeye Navigator to flicker Bellicor.
All right. So Soul Bond trigger and Bellicor's ETB trigger.
Yep, so I'm gonna Soul Bond with Bellicor again, and then Bellicor's ETB, I will draw a card and lose a life. And then I'm gonna do it again. So I'm going to flicker Bellicor again with the Deadeye Navigator ability. We'll bond the 2 together, and I will lose a life, draw a card.
Yep.
And I'm gonna call it good there. Pass to you, CGB.
That wasn't that bad.
No.
All right, this game is on. All right, I will untap and draw for turn. All right, I'm going to play an Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. I'm going to play a Thought Vessel. I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to transform my Mirage Mirror into a copy of Emoti, the Celebrant of Life's Bounty. So now a spell that costs 6 or more that I cast has Cascade. All right, tap 12 and pay 2 life or take 2 damage from the Ancient Tomb, and cast my commander, Kozilek, the Great Distortion. Cast trigger, there's a Cascade, and there's a draw cards equal, like draw my hand up to 7. I want to resolve the draw up to 7 first, just in case I hit something that draws me cards. So I'm gonna draw 5. I wish I had cascaded into this so much right now. So much. But here we go. Because my Mirage Mirror is an Emoti, we're going to cascade. Did it, guys. I got a Mind Stone. Nice. Woo!
Don't you hate when you arbitrarily choose the wrong one?
It's not as bad as it looks, because I'm going to pay the 1 and I'm going to Swiftfoot Boots the Kozilek. Does that resolve?
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I don't feel like I'm in a position to go attacking with Kozilek right now. So after that, pass to Blake.
All right, this draw is huge, team.
Huge. Ginormous.
It's the biggest draw you'll ever see.
You've never seen a draw bigger than this?
There you go.
It's going to be bigger, better than any draw we've ever had.
I'm going to make Blake's board great again.
No.
Is it?
Do you demand a recount?
Well, I'll cast
Are
it.
you top decking?
He sure is.
Oh, that's why it's...
Yeah, that's why it's dramatic. Good job.
I thought he had some kind of hand, I guess not.
It's not.
Ooh, only 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, continue.
I'm going to cast Nadir Kraken,
It's a Kraken.
which will trigger Kiora.
It does. It has to be a 2.
I will fail to find.
Wah, wah, wah.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
True.
That said,
Big
I gotta
true.
go to combat. All right, Ben, I'm gonna attack you with 2 9/9s, and that's it.
Rude.
All right, Ben, what you got? You got 2 9/9s up in your face. What are you going to do?
I'll block each with 1 creature.
I see what you're saying.
So a double chump block.
Double jump
Yes,
block.
sorry.
Okay, damage.
Yeah, they're dead.
Blake, prevent 6 damage to Ben's face. Also, Blake, attack you for 18.
I give and I take.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy, old pal.
At your end step, I'm going to sacrifice a command beacon to get Koma back to my hand. Not that that matters when I do that, but whatever.
It does.
Koma's back.
Back again.
Back again.
Yeah. And I'll draw a card from him off Tribute to the World Tree. Ristic Studies, man.
Oh,
Can I pay for your guys' Ristic Studies?
Yes, I accept.
Go ahead, Shea.
Okay, on your ed step, Ben, I would like to do the flicker ability twice, paying for to do so. Is that an okay way to do that?
Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt that loop.
Sure.
So yeah, just go ahead and pay the mana and lose the life and draw the cards.
Yep. All right. Untap.
I'll make a Koma coil. With the Tribute to the World Tree, I'll draw a card.
Okay, now we'll draw for turn. I am tapping 7 to cast Warstorm Surge, which does include payment for Ristic Study.
That is
That's great.
not good.
Yeah, no bueno.
All right, I might invoke the Wrath of Shea, guys. But I'm going to discard Coveted Jewel, which costs 6, to counter Warstorm Surge with Kozilek's ability.
Yeah, no responses. That is countered.
I don't think you need more of that effect.
Yeah,
I think
you're
we're
good.
good on that. Yeah.
Really?
with your Deadeye Navigator. Yeah, really
Really good.
really good on that.
I think you're great on it, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Moving to combat.
Shea, who are you thinking of attacking?
Is that because maybe you can like do some things if I try to attack you?
Maybe.
Okay, I will not attack you, Ben.
Oh, yeah, awesome. Go crazy.
Okay, sweet.
You better have a Jaheira's Respite to save me from the damage you're sending
Not
my
a
way.
team player, Ben. Not a team player at all.
Okay, so that means it's between Blake and Mr. CGB.
It's mostly between him and him.
So I'm going to move to combat and attack CGB with Bellicor in the air.
Yep, I deserve it. I'll take 6 points from the demon tormentor lord thing, whatever. And that's 6 commander.
Yep. Second main, I am going to, you guessed it, flicker Bellicor with the Deadeye Navigator ability. Badoop, badoop. When it enters, I will take 1 life and draw a card. And I think I'm going to call it there. I'll pass to you, CGB.
Okay. I will untap all this stuff.
At CGB's upkeep, I'll make another Koma coil, triggering tribute.
All right, let's tap 5. And I'm going to cast a little card called Forsaken Monument. This legendary artifact gives my colorless creatures +2/+2, and whenever I tap a permanent for colorless, I make an additional colorless. Oh, look, they all tap for colorless. Also, whenever I cast a colorless spell, I gain 2 life. So I'm going to play a Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. I'm going to gain 2 life for a colorless spell. I'm going to deal 3 damage to Ape.
Okay.
Ristic study for the sky ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay the 1 on the Ristic Study.
Does that float an extra mana?
It actually does float an extra mana.
Cool.
Yeah, you can draw, like we did miss the trigger from the Forsaken Monument. You can draw for that one, Ben.
All right.
All right. I'm going to pay for this Ristic Study trigger. I'm going to play a Lightning Greaves, which is going to gain 2 life from the Forsaken Monument. All right, I'm going to pay 2 life, and I'm going to turn the Mirage Mirror into a creature. Let's make it one of the 9/9s. It doesn't really matter because it's going to tap and it's going to crew the Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. And I'm going to equip Lightning Greaves to the Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. Going to make 3 mana. I'm going to equip Nettlecyst to Kozilek, the Great Distortion. So that is now a 12 plus from the monument, 13, 14, then for each artifact. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 menace.
Oh, man.
I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to attack Shea with the 24 menacing Kozilek, and I'm going to attack Shea with the Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. It's an 8/7 in the air, and there's an attack trigger. I'm going to deal 3 damage to, Blake, the Celebrant of the Bounty.
Alrighty. Yeah, Modi will die.
So if I want to live, I have no choice but to double block.
Yep, to block the Kozilek.
Correct. And then before damage, I'd like to pay 3 for a blur. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Draw a card. Like to target Bellicor.
Okay, I don't have a response for that one, so that resolves.
Okay. So then flicker Bellicor and draw a card off the blur.
All right. Also, there's a Ristic Study trigger for the blur,
Cannot pay.
What?
and Bellicor entering the battlefield is a Bellicor trigger.
Correct. Lose life, draw a card.
Okay. But the Deadeye Navigator is still in combat with Kozilek.
Yeah,
Die, Deadeye Navigator, die!
it's dead.
And then you also take 8 from the Sky Sovereign? Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, post-combat, I will play a Wastes as my land for turn. I will pay 1 for Ristic Study, and I will cast Invasion of Ravnica, and I will gain 2 life. So this is a battle. I am going to choose Blake. You're going to defend this battle for me.
Okay.
But the target, which is exile target permanent that's not exactly 2 colors, is the tribute to the World Tree. I would love for it to be Koma. I would love for it to be Koma, but I hit exactly the wrong thing.
All right, it's exiled, right?
Yep. Okay. All right, that's my turn. Go ahead, Blake.
All right.
I also have tried to plow the road for you.
We're going to try. All right, so I'm going to...
Before you draw, I have a Koma coil.
Draw a card. I will pay 1 for Nadir Kraken. So I will put a +1/+1 counter on this guy and make a 1/1 tentacle.
Uh-oh, he didn't draw a blank, I think.
Play a Misty Rainforest.
He drew a blank! A nice poker face this time.
Hey, at least you don't have
No,
to
you
pay
missed
for...
it. I went,
Hey, at least you don't have to pay for Ristic, right?
crack my Misty Rainforest.
Gotta thin that deck. I would not crack that Misty at this point.
Too late now.
Lose by
Yeah,
one
what's
more.
the point? Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to move to combat.
Okay, Blake, hear me out.
You have done nothing but bully me all game, Shea.
Okay, so
But you're not a problem anymore, so. Gonna attack everything at Ben. Except for Kiora. So 2 9/9s at Ben.
What, you afraid of recasting her?
Well, she can block with Koma, so it's a bit of a waste of an attack.
Gotcha.
Let me know if you need me to pay for Ristic Study.
Oh, I will. I'll just chump with 2 Koma's coil.
Sure.
All right.
Do something. Kill the Koma now. Oh, wait, there's still one
I know,
more.
there's still one.
There's still
I'll
one
pass turn.
Yeah. Untap. Upkeep. I make another Koma coil.
more. In response to your coil trigger,
Okay.
I'm going to turn my Mirage Mirror into a Ristic Study.
Okay.
Proceed. I know who doesn't pay.
That is true.
I'll draw for turn.
That's some insider trading. I like Mirage Mirroring.
Play an island for turn.
Yep.
Play a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth for turn.
Uh-huh.
Play an AC Tyrant of Gyre Strait, not paying Ristic.
Okay, I will draw.
Play a Dream Root Cascade for my 3rd land drop for turn. I'll draw a card off of AC. 4 for a Parallel Lives.
Oh, God. Do you pay for Ristic?
I do not.
I will draw. But before that enters the battlefield, I will discard Karn Living Legacy to Kozilek and counter Parallel Lives.
Yep, that happens.
I found a use for this card. I feel good.
Yeah.
Paying for Ristic, I'll play a Cankerbloom.
Oh, I see how it is now. Yeah, that resolves for me.
I will pass to Shea.
okay. Untap. Upkeep.
I'll make another Koma coil.
And draw. We'll start with a Morphic Pool. I'm gonna pay 4 to include a Ristic Study cost for Herald of Slaanesh. Demon spells you cost 2 less to cast. Other demons you control have haste.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And this is a demon itself.
It sure is. So that's gonna be a Bellicor trigger. And I get to do 2 damage. I'm gonna do it to Ben's face.
Oh, she understands.
Yep, 2 damage to your face, Ben.
Eh,
Then I am going to pay 5. Reduction of 2 for Rakdos the Showstopper, and that includes Ristic Study.
Okay, that is not great. Are you ready to flip some coins?
Yep, so when Rakdos the Showstopper enters the battlefield, flip a coin for each creature that isn't a demon, devil, or imp. Destroy each creature whose coin may come up tails. Okay, yes, so that is a Bellicor trigger. I can deal 6 damage to any target. I'm gonna go with Ben, your face.
okay.
I have no responses before we flip coins. How about you, Blake? And Ben?
I will sacrifice my most recent coil to make Koma indestructible.
Okay, get the coins out, guys. I'll go first, and I'm rolling for 1 creature and 1 creature alone, and that is Kozilek the Great Distortion.
Odds are what?
Let's just go universally. Odds are destroyed and evens are safe.
Cool.
Yeah, we good with that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Odds are destroyed. No! Okay, rip Kozilek back to command zone
Oof.
second time.
Well,
We'll see.
that actually might have been good.
We'll see. All right, Blake.
We'll start with Nadir Kraken. Lives.
Safe.
Tentacle. Dies.
Wow, wow.
Kraken number 1. Dies. Kraken number 2. Dies.
Wow.
Kiora.
Come on, Kiora.
Lives.
Yes.
Mr. Ben?
Man, okay. AC. Dead.
Love it.
First Koma. Coil. Live.
Oh, baby.
Koma, he'll survive anyway, but he would have died. Koma. Coil. Number 2, dead. And Cankerbloom, alive.
All right, Rakdos is here. The show has been stopped.
Very, very cool.
Oh yeah, so cool, and it has haste.
Yep. Moving to combat.
I will sacrifice a Koma coil to tap down Bellicor.
Okay, that happens. Let's tap down. Okay, I'm in combat. Ben, I'm gonna attack you with Rakdos. 6/6 in the air.
All right. I will take 6.
Then I will pass the turn.
All right, untap. What a kaiju fight we are having.
Yeah, this is a battle.
Oh,
Koma coil.
Koma coil, okay. Going to pay 4 for a Mystic Forge and gain 2 life. I may look at the top card any time. I may cast artifact and colorless spells from the top of the library. Tap, pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library. I will tap Mystic Forge, pay 1 life, and exile this Wastes from the top of my library, because what a waste.
Nice.
All right, paying 4, I will cast Vidalcan Ori from the top of my library and gain 2 life. So I may cast spells as though they had flash. Ben, you drew a card for the Mystic Forge and the Vidalcan Ori.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right, I am going to pay 10 to pay 1 for Ristic and 9 for the rest, gaining 2 life for a portal to Phyrexia.
Oh, no!
So each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures.
No.
Joke's on you, I only have 2.
Wow,
Yes.
that's all of our creatures, guys.
That's all of the creatures on the battlefield if this resolves. All right, any response to the portal? No. Okay, guys. Each of you sacrifice up to 3 creatures. All right, 5 mana. I will lose 2, but then I'm going to gain 2 back, and I'm going to cast Karn, Legacy Reforged from the top of my library, which has power and toughness each equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Right now it's 9, so currently a 9/9.
An 11/11.
An 11/11 because of Monument, you're right. Ben, you can draw for a 6/8.
2 or 1?
Just 1 for the Karn. I paid for the portal.
Oh, okay.
Not paying for Ristic Study, I'm going to cast Cityscape Leveler. I'm going to gain 2 life, and when it enters the battlefield, I'm at long last going to destroy that Ristic Study. You do get a tapped Power Stone token.
Awesome.
All right, I will tap the Everflowing Chalice for 2 mana, and I will use Mirage Mirror to become a Cityscape Leveler. I will tap Liquid Metal Torque. I will float 1. I will equip Swiftfoot Boots to Karn, Legacy Reforged. And I will equip Lightning Greaves to the first Cityscape Leveler. I will attack Shea for 11. I will attack Ben with 2 8/8s, but they get +2/+2 each, so a total of 20. There are 2 attack triggers for the Cityscape Levelers. I will blow up the 2 mana artifacts on Shea's board. They are going to be destroyed and turned into Power Stones. So Shea take 11 from Karn.
Down to 1.
And Ben takes 20. And that's gonna do it for that turn.
He's gonna regret not killing me.
Ben, you got leveled.
I did indeed.
Blake, your turn.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I'll make it a land.
Temple of False God.
No!
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. I'll float 21 mana and pass the turn. I'm not even casting my commander.
casting your commander. The full submission.
21.
Okay.
Ooh.
Died a mana burn. Go ahead.
Upkeep draw. My hand is mostly useless, and if I cast my commander, I will die. So
That's right.
That's a
Calculated.
It's a real awkward spot to be where your
Who's
cards
the
in
Lord
hand
of-
are bad. You don't want to play your commander.
Who's the Lord of Torment now?
My lord.
so last ditch. I'm gonna pay 3 for a windfall.
Oh, how many cards do you have in hand?
I have 5 cards in hand.
I have 1. How many do you have?
None.
And did you float all your mana?
No!
All right, I discard Mirrored Landscape.
Yep, I'm discarding 5.
All right, I draw 5.
Me too.
It didn't change anything. I'm still dead.
Well, it's something. 3, 4, 5. Paying 5 for Gary.
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 Gary for 2.
Yeah.
Gary him, dude.
Yeah, no response to
I get Gary too.
Yep, I lose 2.
I'll gain 2.
You actually gain 4 because we each lost 2. So
Okay.
yeah, you're up to 5.
Sweet.
You would play your commander.
That's. Well, I won't go that far. Okay, then I'm gonna play Swamp as land for turn. Then I'll pass to you, CGB.
Okay, let's go.
We lured him into a false insecurity.
Yeah.
Go.
He's dead.
I'm going to tap this Mystic Forge. I'm going to lose 1 during upkeep. I'm going to exile this Waste. I'm going to move to my draw step and draw for turn. Let's play a Reliquary Tower as the land for turn. Tapping 11, taking 2 damage from Tomb, but gaining it back from Forsaken Monument. I'm going to play Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre, and I'm going to destroy Gary.
Gary.
Gary mean.
Because why would I let anything survive at this point?
Yeah.
Let's equip the Lightning Greaves to the Ulamog. By the way, I also make an insane amount of mana with the Karn. I also bring something back with Portal to Phyrexia. Let's do that for funsies. Oh, ooh.
Is it any graveyard?
It is any graveyard. Do you have a sweet Kraken I can get?
Of course I do.
Of course.
Elder Defiend, you're an Eldrazi. Come on over.
True.
Join the squad, buddy. Shea, you're being attacked with an Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre that has Annihilator 4 and Shroud. And Blake, you get the rest. So that's going to be a very large Karn Legacy Reforge, a Cityscape Leveler, and an Elder Defiend that it can't attack because it just entered the battlefield. But that's okay.
I have no blocks.
Shea?
I also have no blocks.
Shea going wild with the eyebrows, though. I don't know what that means.
So, Kaiju go.
Super dead.
Nice. Super.
I'm the Kaiju champion and the Omnath champion. I've got both belts. The 2-time.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
GG, CGB.
Great game.
Oh my goodness. That was every bit a Kaiju battle to the end.
All right. We're going to go ahead and look for our CoolStuffInc.com card of the game. We'll be right back. All right. We are back for the CoolStuffInc.com card of the game. For me, my CoolStuffInc.com card of the game was Spawning Kraken. Really fun, Timmy card, made a bunch of big 9/9s. It's a lot of fun. It was a great hit off of Kiora. Overall, really liked Spawning Kraken. Ben.
Yeah, mine was Tribute to the World Tree. Great card, especially for a commander that pops out 3 power creatures every
Over and over
upkeep.
again, yeah.
Disgusting.
Shay.
Yeah, my card of the game is Deadeye Navigator. It made me and my stuff really hard to deal with. It worked great with Bellicor on those triggers. Yeah, it was really good.
It made you hard to deal with. It made Ben really sad. Great card. And CGB, our Kaiju champion.
All right, Forsaken Monument.
Oh,
Do not run a colorless deck without this card. It absolutely gave me all the gas, all the mana, and the life to stay in that game. So 100% this card, worth it for a colorless deck. Get yours, CoolStuffInc.com, promo code WORST.
Yeah, that card was insane. All right, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate you stayed to the end. That is the most important thing you can do. And on behalf of my friends Ben and Shay and CGB, you're cool.